Part 2 of our trip across the Simpson on the Madigan Line. Welcome back. Real Aussie outback, look at that. HQ Utes. Okay, so we leave Unadada, now heading for Mount Dare. The roads have just opened. The condition unknown. Oh, that would have been messy. This is why you don't bring box trailers into the desert.
A little bit damn good, though. Keeps the dust down.
So the road only open to heavy vehicles today. It was open to four-wheel drive only yesterday, so you weren't allowed to tow. But it's dried up enough, I guess, that the councils have allowed the caravans back on. So first night here was actually a really peaceful, dry night. So we've got to have enough fuel on board now for the vehicles to do over 800 kilometres. There's a potential bypass down at Lake Eyre, which is going to be around a 70k detour. The first morning we're going to tackle the Benin Track. Drew in the 200 and his family, they're going to lead the convoy. So visiting Old Endado, 16 kilometres, still on the Benin Track, which hasn't been too bad, to be honest. Drew here, the trip leader, giving us a little bit of info on the UHF about Molly's place and Old Endado.
The place just as she lived in it, and so you can walk through it a little bit like a museum. Apparently the toilets and showers still function and you can use them provided you leave them clean. So that's sort of stop one. It's about 90 k's away, and then after that we'll then just sort of start to head into the Madigan, like into the desert across the Madigan Line, and we'll drive until about 3 o'clock or something, and then pull up a little bit early today and make camp and like that.
Thanks, tour guide.
So the flags are going up. So we're going to zero the trip meter. We've run at 15.5 litres the whole way up. Now we're going to be sweating, I guess, to not go over 25 litres per 100 at all, because then we run out of fuel. So we're approaching the first gate, which Drew, the lead vehicle's opened, and us, being Thailand Charlie, will shut.
Okay, let me. Oh my god! Okay, tell me.
Terrain tamer suspension soaking up corrugations. Kumho tyres still at full air pressure. So comfortable still. The Madigan is the least used road across the Simpson. Not only is it the longest, carrying the extra fuel and that extra time across it, I feel that's what would put people off it. So when I did it all those years back, we did the shorter version. We've just hit the Madigan Line and we've stopped for lunch. It's around 23, 24 degrees. It's amazing weather.
It's good.
There you go. Two pieces.
No flies.
No flies with your meal? Okay. Well, you come to the wrong place. A nice lunch, bacon and eggs. It was pretty quick. We had to share it with the flies. Windows down, out in the lead. Doing about 70. Life's good, no dust. Drew, Annabelle and the boys. Now this is a really well set up 200 and highly modified motor-wise. Jacob's 2.8. Brian's pretty much done the full rebuild on it to be desert sound. How good does it sound? Evan in the 300. Now this thing is just about out of the showroom. A beautiful build. Sounds good and he drives it well. Well left! Sarah's 80, and again Brian's got this thing ready to be doing this desert run as well. He had his hands full leading up to this trip. Let's find out what Shell's doing. What are you doing? I think she's a bit annoyed at me.
That's oil
from
the end of the
so what happened is we pulled up, we got some water out of the fridge, it smelt not right in there. We lost the beer, we lost half the eggs, and we're still not sure if it was, remember when I was filming and you saw the 79 in the background moving, that was her little drive, or if it was me. We're still Not sure.
Jury's out.
Jury's out. Comment down below. Definitely be no neighbours tonight. Have a look at our backyard. It's the first night away from civilization, the real outback. We've done about 200 kilometres today and it was very successful. Sitting on around the 13.5 litres per 100. So it's looking really good for the fuel that we're carrying. And it's about 30 degrees. I mean, if I wasn't so white, I'd have my shirt off. But I've got my singlet on. We've got camp set up. We've still got plenty of sunlight. We've got plenty of firewood. And we're going to chill back and have a nice relaxing evening. The weather looks dry. The forecast looks even drier. So yeah, it's been a great day. Day one of the Simpson. So that'll be the fire tonight in the shade. And then what will happen in an hour's time, it'll be 0 degrees and we'll be sitting by the fire. Crazy. A lot of activity around camp. We got the fire going. We got dinner going. Kids are having a ball.
Yeah.
The sun's setting, but the flies didn't get the memo and they're still hanging around.
How hot is it?
You can try it, Nicholas. Wait.
But have a look at that sky.
Food? Millie, try it. Food.
There should
it's
be
like a
one of
noodle.
the older people in the younger
A
people.
little bit more?
Okay, do you want me to come?
A little bit more.
A little bit more, all right. So after a couple of days now, we've established what's dustproof and what's not. It turns out the grey box we're using as a pantry is really well sealed against the dust. But on the other hand, the wardrobe, the aluminium box, it lets a bit of dust in. So we've got to make sure that our zippers are done up each morning before we head off. But I have to say, Phil Shell's handled this dustness quite well. And we've got a really good routine of where things are and where they go. Shell and I were up at 5, enjoying some coffee and a fly-free environment. As soon as that light hits, out come the little buggers. Bit of cloud today, but it's so warm. It was 14 degrees at 5 AM. Just doing a once over, and since the change, we have not used a drop. We've done quite a few kilometres. Have we produced any oil yet? So only condensation.
Me and the boys have found some camel prints. They're big. Woo! Yeah! So around here you can find thorny devils, which are like these tiny lizards about that big, like max size, and they're very thorny. And cute. Look how big that camel print is.
These flies are not coming off my bonnet. We're just leaving camp. We are not giving them a lift to the next camp. The Kumho AT52, now I don't know where to start the praise for these shoes. We're sitting on around 22 PSI right now. The whole way from home to where we did hit the dirt, we were sitting on 40. I'm loving how they feel, how they handle, the look of them. They're just doing everything right. Now I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit nervous. I know how wet it is towards the west of this track.
Yeah, tyre. It's all terrain here, amazing.
And I feel like I'm a little disadvantaged over the others, not having a muddy. So time will tell, and make sure if you're looking for a tyre, you pay attention to how this 79 handles the last bit of this trip.
Which brand?
Did you hear those bushes? Bad.
Which brand?
Penrite P26, multi-purpose lubricant. While we wait for the other vehicles to hit that big rut.
Oh, look, we've got a car.
So there's nothing yet that's worried the 200 or the 300, even though they are towing these 1,500 odd kilo Patriots. I take my hat off again to Brian. I had so much work to do to get my thing ready, and it's only 6-8 months old. And he had two 30-year-old vehicles to sort out and make reliable. That's the most important thing. We didn't want to be pulling tools out every couple of hours on this track.
Easy.
Carnage.
Uh-oh. High range. Oh, that's awesome.
So Danny, you should be coming up on an intersection soonish. Looking at the map, I want to, well, if we can, I'd rather turn right because it's 10 kilometres shorter.
Put on, Nicholas.
The rain's helped us, hasn't it? Big brought that. Awesome. Great drive. Ooh, why does that stop? Unfortunately, in the lead car, we're actually running over all the dog prints that are on the track. The cars behind can't actually see it. Madigan Track, Camp 7. We've stopped for lunch. Pulled the shackle plate off the inside. It's just, the squeak is just amazing. Now what we found here is that hole's elongated a tiny bit and it's dry inside. So I've been packing grease in through the nipple, but for some reason it's not coming out on the pin. So I'm going to hand feed some rubber grease onto the outer diameter of the bush and see if it stops the squeak on this side. And then again tonight, while others eat dinner, I'll be working on the other side. All the cars are having some type of suspension squeak. I mean, it's pretty hard terrain we're in, and all the mud that we went through yesterday isn't helping, but my big mistake was putting that fish oil on. So the fish oil's gone in. You can see the rubber discoloured there. It's actually wearing out the rubber. And on the plate, look how shiny that is. And you can see the movement. You see where it's been moving up and down. Camel prints. Where are the camels?
The wild that disappeared.
So this was a little fun section, and I was up in the front and I saw these sand dunes off to the right, not far off the main track. I couldn't help myself.
No.
But then what was more fun is once Tommy, Drew's son, saw the 79 halfway up the hill, he talked his dad into unhitching the camper. This little section here turned out to be a lot of fun. We had the 2.8 4-cylinder 79 up against the 200. I need to know what's at the top.
Tom's just like, hey Dad, can you undo the trailer and let's have a try? Oh my gosh, way too slow. He unhooks a thing, okay. More!
So we both had a couple of shots at it each.
Oh my gosh, okay guys, get out of the way.
He's not going to crawl it. Jacob wasn't to miss out, but there was no way you were going to be crawling this. This was a will speed hill. It's soft.
Just follow his gas. Just dig it in. Go. Yes. Yes. Oh my god.
Too easy. He flew up it.
Drew takes the outside line, which was more of a, call it a chicken track. It was still quite difficult to get to the top. Now the idea here was that we would traverse back down the dune that we were trying to get up to try and create a bit of a track for us to get some traction coming up the other way.
The camera's upside down. That really disturbs me. See ya!
And I think Jacob thought, well, Denny's 79's a 2.8, and so is mine.
Good work. Just roll down.
And he shows us how the 30-year-old vehicle can keep up with the new stuff. He too comes down the steepest section.
Move. Nicholas, I need.
Here he comes.
There's like a. There he comes! Come on, momentum. Come on! Drop your window!
I think that Drew felt if the 79 wasn't going to progress any further than what we'd already done earlier, he was going to hook back up. His big girl was already guzzling, so I think Annabelle was a little worried about how much fuel he was wasting just mucking around here on the sidetrack. So we leave that with this great footage and a whole heap of fun, but no defined winner.
Lift the wheels, mate.
Sounds like my back end.
See that?
Flexi boy. So we're at camp day 3, and I think this is in between camp 14 and 15. Each family brought firewood for one night. Tonight's my night. Brian's just needed the drill too, so there's some drilling going on. And also there's some people coming from the west that have picked up my tools. So this is call it the Heights. This is the Heights camping, and the Povo swaggers are down there. So what's for afternoon tea?
Banana bread.
No.
Fresh banana bread.
Wow. Look at this. For everyone.
For
Even
everyone.
all you
That
viewers
is
at
true.
home, you're going to get a taste of
That's
the
true.
banana bread.
Fresh bananas, mushed
at
up
that.
in the trailer.
Yeah, you didn't
Make
have
them nice
to,
and soft.
Yeah, I was going to say that was easy work.
It's all just smart work. Work smarter, not harder, Denny.
So Drew was the one that orchestrated the driver swaps.
Like
Over 200.
Best on ground, 86.
Yeah, okay.
Hands down.
And then you unhitched your trailer to try and beat a vehicle that was half your engine capacity. Do you remember that?
I did.
Very cool.
Outperformed.
Yes, I think you did. But let the viewers choose. There's too many V8 lovers. They're not going to choose my car. The Patriot Camper supplies all. You've got hot melted
there's the
butter.
melted butter.
Oh, there's just too much to do in this camp tonight. We've got Jacob over there. He's going to get the fire lit with flint. Like on Survivor. Are we on Survivor? Okay, we'll come back to him when he's got his thing. Yeah, going. So we were last car all day. We were miles behind everyone, but we were second in a camp. So the way it works is this point system is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We pick up an easy 4 points today. One of my Makitas has gone missing out of my toolbox. It's all happening. I cannot fix that squeak, so we're not going to even attempt mechanical skills today. The grease gun's getting borrowed. I'm not sure what do we got, a uni that needs help? Campsite maintenance, as you'd expect on a trip like this. Greasing up the unis. But let me tell you, we're halfway through the Madigan Line. There's no forgivingness here, is there?
Sand's nice and firm, but so many corrugations, just bang, 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 bang.
We're in a camp a little bit earlier than normal. That's why we're having a little bit of playtime. I might even put up the gazebo over the $2 swags down there just to keep the ice from keeping us late in the morning, because we had to dry everything. Okay, so what are we tasting? Yeah, the kids are in the cinema. We had YouTube last night watching Whistling Diesel and the Unbreakable Hilux from Top Gear. Yeah, that was fun. So we're going to try the gazebo above the swags tonight and see if that stops the ice.
Yeah.
No point coming all this distance and staying on the roof. Kids have got the cards set up. Oh my goodness, sensational. Okay, more bad driving from yours truly. More things to fix. So the Band-Aid's fitted. You know what? It locks in. It's better than new. So that's all we have for you from part 2 of the Simpson Desert run. But stay tuned for the next part. I mean, we haven't even got any cars stuck yet. But I hope you enjoyed it. We're having a ball out here. And as always, thanks for watching.